Hello, Internet. You wanted this. You wanted to know how much thermal party can one scrape off a Gigabyte 5090 and what's left of its cooler. The cooler is bust, so, and even the back plate was bent, so, and obviously RMA denied it. So, I don't know why people send anything to Gigabyte for RMA. They deny everything. So, the scary thing about this particular repair is not only that I cannot see where anything is on this board because we have all this garbage on here that I have to soak the entire thing in a bath of kerosene to clean it out, but also the worst news to give to the customer of this card is the memory is dead short. Supposed to be 4 or 5 ohms. We're reading less than 1. And then this one here, also short. PEX is here. PEX is reading 27. 731. I'm not sure if this is a 1.8 or a 1.2. Not 100% sure. We're going to find out eventually. This is like the worst outcome for the GPU ever. This is obviously a damage of some sort, so we have somebody try to chew on this. Not likely, but they dropped it, I would imagine. Customer sent 2 donor boards. One is a complete mess, as you can see here. We got all sorts of coils that are missing and not soldered properly. The whole stack of coils missing here, so a second board was provided. That's fine. That's what my board supplier does usually. If the board is a complete mess, he'll just send me another one at no cost. So this time he ended up sending 2 just in case. Thumbs up to the board supplier, whose name I cannot pronounce correctly, so I'm not gonna bother. Okay, what do we have? I want to see what's glowing, if anything is glowing. And we're pulling 2 amps, and this chip here is glowing. Okay. So we know for a fact that this chip is a bust. That's good to know. What about the, what is this here? And it's the exact same chip. So maybe, fingers crossed, legs crossed, cross whatever you want, we might actually have a chance of saving this. Don't know how terrible things look like under the core, but the chip is a bust. Not sure exactly why, and I can't really see anything on this board, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and soak this thing into kerosene, hopefully to get most of this stuff out from under the chips as well as the surface of the board. And who knows, we might even fix this thing today. Maybe not today, but eventually. Things like that take a little bit of time. Can't just, clean it up, reflow, call it a day. I'm guessing we're gonna have some rip pads under the core. So, especially given the fact that it suffered so much physical damage, the reballing is gonna be necessary. And so we're gonna be doing some reballing today, and we're gonna be doing some, and we're gonna have cats assist us with that as usual. So stay tuned. Don't go too far away. Cats are coming your way. Yippee-ki-yay. That's high-tech cleaning for you. Now we gotta blow stuff out of this from under the core and memory chips. And I have to repeat this several times until kerosene runs clear. And I have to breathe all this in as a bonus. Alright, before I start, admire my cleaning skills. This looks brand new. I want to replace this chip. and see if that helps. Hopefully the short will go away. If the short doesn't go away, then we might end up replacing half the chips. And the bad news is, not only that, we might have to replace this chip, which is bad enough. The chip is expensive. These things go for roughly $50 right now, used. So hopefully it's just one. I think I have a few. Yep, I got a few in here. So we'll see. Let's get that one chip replaced. And hopefully it will be a miracle if this is it. But I doubt it. Who knows? Alright, so the chip is replaced. But this one, I think it's cracked in half. Let's have a look at it under a microscope. See this line? Yeah, that chip is cracked. Holy cow. Look at all that stuff inside. Very, very interesting. Oh well. Okay, what do we have? Let's show the meter. Meter's right there. Our resistance on memory. Good. 5 volt or whatever this is. Most likely 1.8. It reads 500 ohms, so that's good. Let's power this thing, see what it does. I still highly doubt that it would post, and I'm kind of leaning toward reballing the core in the end anyway, but it would definitely be a miracle if I wouldn't have to do that. See, with that type of damage, I'm surprised the core hasn't cracked in half. Here we go. What are we going to be pulling here? It's kind of jumping all over the place. Let's increase the amperage about 8, get consistent voltage, and there we have it. Consistent voltage. Alright, let's look at this thing under a thermal camera. See if any of them chips are acting strange. Alright, let's see. That looks reasonably good. Alright. Isn't that funny? You get to a point with the experience of these repairs that you judge the operation of the board with the way it looks on a thermal camera. Isn't that weird? Alright, so thermal grease for $1 a bucket. Good enough for testing purposes. And I'm guessing we're not going to have an image, but we might. Who knows? That will be the easiest 5090 repair ever. I have never fixed a 5090 with just replacing a memory chip before. This will definitely be the first. And holy cow. I cannot believe it. I'm very sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be no cats dancing today. I cannot believe that this thing actually posted with just replacing a single memory chip. Wow. Incredible. Well, I have to tell the customer to go ahead and send me the cooler replacement so that I can put it all together and run some tests, make sure that everything works okay. And that we managed to save this without the need of a donor board. And if you think that the donor board would be a better choice, giving the little bit of a damage, you gotta consider that this board had been cooked to death in order to remove the core and the memory from it, whereas this is a much better conditioned board. If we compare them side by side, you'll see what I mean. You can see how baked this board is versus this one. So this board had definitely been abused, and this one has not, other than a little tiny damage that will have no impact on performance and its functionality whatsoever. So customer got very, very lucky with this one. We do not need a donor board, and either way, I'm waiting for the cooler. Thank you for watching. If for any reason this board end up giving me problems, I'll probably do a follow-up video. But otherwise, goodbye.